Before the prize essay submission date, they both had to take their final degree examinations. Philippa and William confronted the examination papers every morning and afternoon for 2 weeks with an appetite that bordered on the vulgar. It came as no surprise to anyone that they both achieved first-class degrees in the final honors school. Rumors spread around the university that the two rivals had been awarded as in every one of their 9 papers. "I would be willing to believe that is the case," Philippa told William. "But I feel I must point out to you that there is a considerable difference between an A+ and an A-." "I couldn't agree with you more," said William. "And when you discover who has won the Charles Oldham, you will know who was awarded less." With only 3 weeks left before the prize essay had to be handed in, they both worked 12 hours a day, falling asleep over open textbooks, dreaming that the other was still beavering away. When the appointed hour came, they met in the marble-floored entrance hall of the examination schools, somber in the gloom. "Good morning, William. I do hope your efforts will manage to secure a place in the first 6. "Thank you, Philippa. If they don't, I shall look for the names C.S. Lewis, Nicol Smith, Neville Coghill, Edmund Blunden, R. W. Chambers, and H. W. Garrett ahead of me. There's certainly no one else in the field to worry about." "I am only pleased," said Philippa, as if she had not heard his reply, "that you were not seated next to me when I wrote my essay, thus ensuring for the first time in 3 years that you weren't able to copy from my notes. The only item I have ever copied from you, Philippa, was the Oxford to London timetable, and that I discovered later to be out of date, which was in keeping with the rest of your efforts." They both handed in their 25,000-word essays to the collector's office in the examination schools and left without a further word, returning to their respective colleges impatiently to await the result. William tried to relax the weekend after submitting his essay, and for the first time in 3 years he played some tennis, against a girl from St. Anne's, failing to win a game, let alone a set. He nearly sank when he went swimming, and actually did so when punting. He was only relieved that Philippa had not been witness to any of his feeble physical efforts. On Monday night after a resplendent dinner with the warden of Merton, he decided to take a walk along the banks of the Cherwell to clear his head before going to bed. The May evening was still light as he made his way down through the narrow confines of Merton Wall, across the meadows to the banks of the Cherwell. As he strolled along the winding path, he thought he spied his rival ahead of him under a tree, reading. He considered turning back but decided she might already have spotted him, so he kept on walking,